Yep. But you catch up, it buffers, and you should be exactly where I'm at. Where I'm at. Is this gonna be like?
I see.
Is this gonna be Death Note?
The game? What?
I don't know. It's at FBI. I'm still curious if this is RE.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
This is gonna be Epic Games.
Coming.
Is this in the vein? I have no fucking idea. It's got RE-isms.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
You think it's Naughty Dog? But isn't Naughty Dog doing the space game?
I need your eyes.
Yeah, Naughty
on
Dog's doing the
crime scene.
space game. No, I would think older than Naughty Dog even.
The Renwood Hotel.
Yeah, this seems like Remedy.
I know.
Yeah, this seems like Alan Wake. Oh, yeah.
8 years ago. Perhaps it's
Yeah,
time for you
this
to
is the
face the past.
medium, the multi-world bullshit, right?
Grace.
I have no fucking idea, dude.
What is this? Hey!
Stay close.
You think this is OD? Kojima game?
They're coming.
That would be Xbox Studio and Kojima doing OD. We haven't seen anything from it for a while.
Chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Miss
2023
Ashcroft.
Game of the Year.
Investigating all these
was the
strange
last
deaths,
I saw
huh?
it.
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Raccoon? Yep, this is RE9.
You're right.
I said at the beginning, it had RE-isms. I know my shit.
Requiem. Okay. Alright.
We're returning to Raccoon City after the
blink an
nuke.
eye more.
We're returning to Raccoon City.
Resident Evil Requiem.
Raccoon
And
City
we'll be
after the
playing with
nuke.
fans this August at Gamescom. We'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th. Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026. Amazing.
The reason why we're making all those guesses of all those other games is because they said RE9's not gonna be here. Wait, go back and look. The first thing I said was RE9?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Leon Scott fucking Kennedy, thanks for the blue balls, crapcom.
No, that threw me off. They were throwing me off way big time at the beginning.
Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of
The
all
facial
the digital
animations
events this
were
weekend
very
you can watch
much
and to highlight even more games, including
Rose
the Xbox
from
Game Showcase on
RE8.
Sunday. And stay
Yeah.
tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable
It's
games.
just that's how
Summer Game
Rose
Fest Play Days that's taking place this
would
weekend
talk.
in LA.
And make
They're-
sure
they're
to stay
stiff-
tuned for Day
they're
of the
stiff
Devs,
facial
which is coming
animations.
up next.
I'm a
with
little
additional new
concerned.
reveals
I
from
want to see a
incredible
little bit
independent
more from
studios
it because I'm
around
a
the
little
world, and
concerned
deeper
going
looks
back
at some of the
to
independent
like the
games we
Raccoon
showcased
City
today.
environment
Thanks so
and
much,
getting
everyone.
away from
Awesome. And thanks to
a
you,
lot of
Lucy.
their
Great job
creative
co-hosting.
character
All right,
design that they
that's
had
gonna
in
do it for
8
Summer Game Fest.
is going to be
We will
weird.
see you at Gamescom on August 19th.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Well, I'm interested about it because like, just because the nuke goes off in that city doesn't mean everything's gone, right?
Sure.
And so you have to think about like Crimson Heads in RE1, right? You would kill them, and then the only way to really get rid of them was to burn them. But then you think about like Tyrant, Nemesis, how they mutate and disform and turn into different things. What we just saw was like, here, I'm just gonna click back and look at it on stream, right?
Okay, I'll watch your stream.
Yeah,
That's where your mother was murdered.
that's where your mother was murdered. Here, I'm gonna bring it up. RE9 4K. We'll do RE Requiem 4K. It's not up yet. Didn't say it was being developed by Capcom though, but it did have RE-isms. Where? Who? How? Do they not post these? How do you? Where's the trailer?
May not be up yet.
They normally post them
To
immediately.
show you at places like this digital showcase that you're about to see.
Starting.
Okay.
I'll just stick here. Ooh, there we go.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene.
I need your eyes on the crime scene.
The Remwood Hotel.
What's her name?
The Remit Hotel. Her?
Yeah.
Let's go back. Let's just watch it through.
Yeah.
Come on, load. Smart. Stream. You son of a bitch.
And while there are honored that
Yeah, FBI. Okay, so first and foremost, when is this taking place?
A great question.
If this is taking place modern, like today, 2026, whatever, that means we're getting Rose. Rose is an adult. That means Chris Redfield is an adult watching over Rose. That means this is a direct, like when we're seeing this screen right now of the FBI, Rose is at the gravesite of Ethan, putting down the flowers. Or a similar, could be months and before, months after, right?
Facts.
Okay. So, if that's the case, FBI, looking for secrets. Let's go back. Let's go back to that. Let's go back. Because on this poster here, FBI's most wanted, top wanted fugitives. There's a reason why they hold on this shot. And I'm wondering if there's a Chris Redfield, a Claire, a Jill, a Leon Kennedy, you know what I'm saying?
A Wesker.
A Wesker. Well, I mean, not after RE. Not after RE5. Sorry, spoilers.
Yeah.
But who knows? Different timeline.
But You were talking about how they changed in the last remake of RE4, what direction Wesker would go in after that.
Exactly. If they so at the end of RE4 original, Ada picks up the phone. She's like, "Hey, I got the Las Plagas virus," and then they were like, "Bring it to me." Okay, and then they fly off in the direction. In the remake, they call up Wesker. Ada calls up Wesker and is like, "Hey, I got the Las Plagas." She says, "Fuck you," and they fly the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
That literally changes RE5 and RE6 completely. Like knowing where those games are and where the story is, like, that changes those games a ton.
Yeah.
Credit for catching that in the blink of an eye phrasing. As a COD zombie enthusiast who plays Cryptic Clues, I am ashamed I didn't get that. Huh? I'm happy for you to play a game that I'll watch you play, but I'll never play. Okay, Brady. Fucking never got into Splitgate. We tried it. Didn't like FPS back then. I was a while ago. I need to download Splitgate. Yeah, and what is she working on? Investigation summary report. Incident, fourth victim of unidentified disease. So this is what I'm saying.
Oh.
T virus. So much like the Las Plagas in RE4 was underground for years and generations and years and years and years. It didn't start as that. Didn't it start in RE5 as the flower, and then it developed over time in the underground and created like the spider bug things?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's happening here. The T virus is a brand new thing, but after this nuclear explosion, it's been 20 plus years, and now this new thing is resurfacing, and it's mutating people, and it's fucking people up. And they don't know what it is. Deceased individual discovered in abandoned government office. Preliminary analysis suggests the disease may be linked to a series of she's got white hair like Rose. Now, I'm not saying it's Rose. I'm not saying it's a relative of Rose, because they should be alive at the same time. All I'm saying is Sherry from Resident Evil 2, the little girl, who is also in Resident Evil 6, Rose, and now this girl all have a similar look.
Yeah. I'm not totally sold on the time frame as of yet.
Grace.
Okay.
Grace Ashcroft.
Yeah?
Grace Ashbrook. Or Ashrock?
My office.
Oh, coming.
It holds on this. They want us to, like, pick apart the story. I'm sure you could zoom that in on 4K and get an even cleaner image. Probably not here due to bitrate bullshit, but yeah, there's no fucking way. Interesting.
That screen should just be what you were looking at before, pretty much. But
Yeah,
on her
but
board, maybe.
But there's like 3 more sentences extra.
Facts.
Excuse me.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
Right there, I knew it was Ari. Same pathology? You don't say those words and it not be Resident Evil.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Remwood Hotel.
Yeah, what is that about? Remwood Hotel. Hear me out, because I don't know the games very well. What's the deal with Resident Evil Outbreak?
I don't know the deal with Resident Evil Outbreak. I could
Is one
not
of
tell
them
you that.
is one of them in a hotel?
I feel like yes.
Or was it a bar?
I don't remember a bar.
Because like
I know that's where your mother was murdered.
I know that's where your mother was murdered, and then it cuts back to this.
I'll just go ahead and put on the record. My knowledge with Resident Evil is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, and then 5 and 6 are meme to hell for me. I didn't even play, and then I came back. I came
5
back
is a
for 7 and
fantastic
8.
game. This looks like already like a PlayStation 2.
Oh, and Code Veronica. Code Veronica is an underrated game.
Code Veronica is hilarious. I have nostalgia for Code Veronica because I grew up in the summers with like Clint Eastwood, fucking the Gorillas, Dragon Ball Z, Pikmin, and Code Veronica. I played it through recently, at least a little bit of it, and I couldn't stop laughing the whole time. It is it's so hammy.
There's essentially like a male version of Code Veronica 2, isn't there? There's like a. It feels like the same game, but the protagonist is a male.
No.
That was like
When you in Code Veronica, when you get to, I think it's like 60% way done with the game, you switch to being to play as Chris Redfield, the main character of 1 and 5.
No. There's another Resident Evil game that came out, I think, still even in the 90s, where you play as a helicopter pilot that forgets that he was a employee of Umbrella.
That was not Code Veronica.
No, but there's like a male it's like the male version of Code Veronica to me, because it like plays the same, I remember.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Alyssa died 8 years ago.
Alyssa died 8 years ago.
Who's Alyssa?
Her mother.
Okay.
So our main character here is needing to go investigate a hotel. Where's this hotel? We don't know. She died 8 years ago, and the person who was seemingly responsible, this peep.
I know that's where your mother was murdered.
That's the mother. Who the fuck is this? Got foaming at the mouth, blue goop. What if this is Leon?
Could be.
All zombied out.
Or it could be, what's his name? Because he survived.
What if it's Wesker?
No, I don't think that's Wesker. I'm not buying that as Wesker.
What if it's Ethan?
That's what I'm saying, is Ethan survived. He's the guy. Isn't that the guy on the road at the end of 8 that was Ethan?
So hear me out.
I'm listening.
RE8 ended with it saying the father's story is over. It did not say Rose's story is over.
Yeah.
it did not say Evelyn was defeated. The same one from RE7.
Yeah.
The last thing that we see of Ethan, and the last thing that we see of Evelyn, the evil version, right? The one from 7, was that they were fighting each other off. And wasn't Evelyn trying to take control of Rose?
Mm-hmm. I believe that's correct.
What if Evelyn got out through Ethan?
Oh.
What if this is Evelyn? This is the one in control now.
Mm.
It's doing the same thing that RE7 and RE8 did. It is obscuring the nose up. All you see is the face.
Mm-hmm. I want to. I'm gonna scrub through the ending cutscene of 8 because I feel like that's the same guy, at least hoodie wise or something.
$8 years. So the thing is, wherever this takes place, let's say it takes place in 2026. Let's say Rose is there 2026, etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Your mother died 8 years ago. Would put it back in like 2018, 2019. Which during that time would be right before. That's like right after 6. Right? I don't know. Oh, the timeline's fucking wild. I don't know.
Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
And Grace is tied up, held upside down.
What is this?
Stay close.
Are you,
They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
That's the nuke.
That's the nuke. That's Raccoon City. But the thing that confuses me is, are people still fucking living here?
I mean, you could. I mean,
Not
modern nukes are not the same as they were back in the day.
Sure, but we're talking 90s, not that long ago. But the thing that confuses me is, so after this scene here, right? So I'm assuming. Let's just look at this one more time. I'll skip past it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's where your mother was murdered.
I know that's where your mother was murdered, in this hotel 8 years ago.
Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Something happened. She was knocked out. I'm not saying she.
Were they in a hotel and not a house?
Yeah.
They were in a house.
No, he brought it up as a hotel. Your mother was killed in a hotel 8 years ago. I need you to investigate it, right?
Okay,
so
I'm on a different path then.
So, is this game going to take place like a mansion scenario? You're stuck in this hotel, running around.
I feel like that they've already redone one on 7, so I feel like they would redo a different game.
I agree, but here, just keeping the ball rolling.
Uh-huh.
So she was either knocked out, something happened. She doesn't realize what happened, but now she's tied up upside down, and I'm assuming inside the hotel at this point, right?
Right.
And then it shows this a hallway of what I'm assuming is the hotel. We're in a hotel in Raccoon City. Windows are boarded up. Everything's rotted and old, right?
Stay close.
Then you hear a voice saying, "Stay close." Is that the mother? If we're right of Leon being in this game, is this Ada?
Stay close.
Whoa.
Is that Ada's voice actress going, "Stay close"?
Whoa.
Right?
Okay.
Listen to that one more time. Does that sound like RE2 or RE4 remake Ada?
Stay close.
Kinda. To me, kinda. I could hear it. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Then we have this wall. We have a bunch of missing people, right? But if this is Raccoon City, of course there's fucking missing people, right?
Yeah.
The thing that is weird to me, and I'm pulling from RE7 and RE8 here. The father story is over, but that doesn't mean the megamycete virus is done. And what was the megamycete virus thing big for? What was it known for? What was the one thing that was a theme through 7 and 8?
Like the cult thing?
Welcome to the family.
Kidnappings? Yeah, welcome to the family.
Yeah. Just want everyone to be a part of my family. So, now you have people going missing.
That would bring the FBI involved for sure.
Right?
Yeah. Ouroboros returns.
No. I mean, essentially it's what the mold is, right? Which, if you look at the peep at the beginning of this that had like the fucked up face in the hoodie, it looked moldy. It looked moldy. So it cuts the missing posters. And this is where I'm confused. Is this Raccoon City? The raining streets? There's a barber shop over here? Is this the past? Are we like in OG Raccoon City?
See, you asking if it's the past, that's what I got from all of the interior hotel stuff, because he said, I know your mom died at that hotel.
8
and
years
I thought
ago,
we were
though.
I thought we were just looking at flashbacks.
But it's 8 years. So this shot right here of the hotel, right? It's boarded up. It's old. It's weathered. Like this. If this scene right here at the very beginning is modern day 2026 whatever, each Resident Evil character like her, they have special powers. They got weird shit going on, right? Right? Like the new one from RE8 is that she like literally can go into her mind and enter like a different dimension. She has like super light powers or whatever. What if this chick literally can send her mind to like the past?
Days of Future Past, Wolverine type shit.
She has that power. She can't physically change anything, but she can live it. Like she can project her body there, type shit. And if something happens to her, it really happens to her. Or maybe she gets trapped there and she's like, what the fuck's going on? Why am I here? What's happening? You know what I mean? Maybe that's why she's a detective for the FBI. You know? And that's why the director here shows up and he's like, I need you to do this. You're the only one who can. Ooh, was there gameplay? Hold on. So yeah, it shows the shot of the city
Special one.
with like rain on the ground and people walking. And I'm looking at this and it's like, if this was Raccoon City after the nuke, he pop a Palpatine himself alive. Zaddy Wesker is alive. Chill the fuck out, Andy. Chill the fuck out. If this is modern Raccoon City,
I believe in you.
If this is modern Raccoon City, none of this would be this clean. The metal wouldn't be shiny and normal metal looking. Things would be rotted away. Things would be blown apart. There'd be more debris than just a couple packs of cigarettes.
I don't know if I totally agree if it's like how long after the nuke? It's at least 8 years after the nuke, right?
Okay, so let's break this down. 1998 was when Raccoon City happened, the nuke went off. 8 years after that would have put 8 years after that moment would be Resident Evil 4. Leon is in Europe.
Facts.
Okay. Oh, sure. Cool. Right. Granted, maybe we can pull something from like the
Can we go back and look at her computer again to see how you were just about to say that one to you?
Yeah, they're modern. Flat screen.
Yeah.
Granted, she's using an older telephone, but you know, FBI is weird, I guess. This is definitely.
This is fairly modern.
This is 2015 beyond.
100%. 100%. I feel like that's plenty of time.
For people to move back into Raccoon City, I do not know about that.
You could, speaking to nuclear radioactivity,
8 years afterwards is super radioactive wasteland. I totally agree.
No, not even for the 90s. A nuke from like past the 80s, you could move back in a year later. Radioactivity does absolutely nothing to you.
This is why I'm thinking it's timey-wimey bullshit. Are you ready?
I'm listening.
So this is the past. People who've gone missing. The missing boards that you see on the wall is not modern people missing. It's Umbrella testing missing. So Raccoon City Umbrella is still going big, and these are people on the street that are going missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets to this.
When would this have to be? This would have to be. This would even have to be before the zombie breakout. So this would have to be like 1995 or before.
Right.
Special.
Right, and which it would make sense for it being an anniversary thing. And you know, going back to their roots, they're literally going back to Raccoon City.
Yeah.
Right? Also, it being a modern thing, why is there a record player, fireplace, and this dude sitting in front? You know what I mean?
For me,
like,
that's just dramatic.
That's just dramatic villain bullshit.
That's just dramatic villain bullshit. I mean, the fucking last game, we were in fucking castles and, you know.
Fair.
So. Now, to play off of what you're talking about, timey-wimey bullshit stuff, and it being like, you know, the anniversary and everything, this may be like wildly out there, but what if she was going back in time trying to solve a mystery, and she views events from 1 and 2, and you get to play some of those levels from 1 and 2 again?
That would be cool. I don't think that's what they're doing.
No, probably not. That would be cool though.
I look, this is a thread of a thread because we didn't get a lot. If there is timey-wimey shit, it is literally astral projecting herself. Nobody can see her. Nobody can interact with her. She can view it. So she's walking around and she can look around and like investigate, but she cannot interact with the world. But that's where this villain comes in, because he can interact. And once he interacts, now she's trapped. Now she wakes up in the chair upside down. What the fuck's going on? You could see me? You know, that kind of shit. And now she has to get out. That's what I think's happening.
Miss Ashcroft.
Because yeah, he just said it in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
All the people are missing.
One that I've been searching for.
You're the one that I've been looking for. You're the one I've been searching for. The special one, Miss Ashcroft, and then the wow music kicks in.
Special one, the chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Ashcroft, is that a... What was the name of... I know people have already explained everything in everybody else's streams, but what was the name of the little girl from the Resident Evil movies? The hologram.
Which ones? Oh.
It was Ash something, right?
There's an Alyssa Ashcroft.
From what?
I'm trying to look it up now.
Don't even take from the movies. If there's just Ashcroft,
No, this
Resident
is video
Evil.
game. Is an American investigator reporter, former resident. Ashcroft was one of the handful
Outbreak?
of humans. May have been Outbreak. It's not
Yeah.
telling me what game she was introduced.
Because I think it's
First
Outbreak.
appearance, Outbreak. Yeah. Last
Okay,
appearance
that's her mother.
was Outbreak File number 2.
That's her mother. And so this is 8 years after that. Her mother was killed in a hotel. We need you to investigate. This is 8 years after that. Resident Evil 9 doesn't take place in 2020 something. It takes place 8 years after Outbreak 2.
Outbreak 2, I think Outbreak 2 takes place in 98.
So it is 2004. So if we're seeing Leon, it's Leon's coming back with the president's daughter, Leon. Which is weird to have Resident Evil 9 take place a decade before 8.
No, that's what I felt like they were doing. And it kind of makes sense because we have a lot of questions that need answered that we still don't know. Because I feel like they've shown us that they're heavily gonna change a lot of stuff just by what you were bringing up with like Wesker.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what else have they already is supposed to already have changed from the originals?
Right. What do they say here?
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh? Is that Chris?
The voice?
Miss Ashcroft.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn it up. Okay.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our...
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh? So, it could just be a random NPC. We don't know. We need to keep our voices down.
voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that...
Wrong, Andy. If this is 2005, 2006, this is before Resident Evil 5. Chris isn't Big Buff Chris. No. Literally the only thing that Chris Redfield has went through at this point is Resident Evil 1 and Code Veronica. This is before Swole Chris. Chris is not old if this is 8 years after Outbreak 2.
That you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
See, look.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you go from this, right? And like you're listening to all these things and they're echoes and they're in the past, right?
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
It's 8 years because the very first thing the FBI director was talking to their main character, I've already forgot her name. He's like, hey,
Just Ashcroft.
Ashcroft. Hey, Ashcroft, I need you to work on this thing. Your mother, who died in this hotel 8 years ago. This is going to be hard for you, but I need you to go investigate this hotel, right? He says 8 years. He says the mother's name. And we're looking at the name Ashcroft, and we looked at where does Ashcroft come from? Well, it comes from Resident Evil Outbreak 2. Ashcroft is there. There's the mother. But the thing is, we don't know if she died in Outbreak 2.
Oh, facts.
Right?
Facts.
If she died in Outbreak 2, this would put this game in like 2005, 2006, which would make Chris not an old fuck. Anyway.
Everyone's gone.
So yeah, all the voices and everything that we're seeing is like everything's old, everything's destroyed, we're returning back to Raccoon City, sure. But then this next scene, it cuts to not destroyed and old. It cuts to what I'm going to only assume is a flashback to Raccoon City, a flashback to Outbreak.
Resident Evil 7 features one of Alyssa Ashcroft's articles from January 19th, 2016 that confirms that she was still alive in 2016.
That's interesting. Yeah, I knew people would already break this apart. Okay, so this could potentially be 2024, this could potentially be modern day.
Yeah, this could potentially be modern day.
Okay, so no, 8 years after the death of the mother. So, okay. Moving on, biggest question right now. Why does it go from this? Convince me otherwise that this is not our main character seeing into the past or reliving the past. Like maybe through our main characters, all of this is maybes, none of this is fact. Maybe this is our main character investigating the mother's death and experiencing the outbreak through...
This doesn't look like the past to me, though. Isn't this just a blown up bit of Raccoon City? Isn't that Raccoon Police Department?
It is Raccoon Police. Oh, well, I'm before I play. I'm about to play because it shows up for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, not what you're currently looking at. This is not what I want you to investigate. This is what the Raccoon City looks like, right? This is what I'm trying to say. This is modern. Like the whole place, like even the big wide shot of the city. Look, this is all wet and moist and fresh and new.
Now that you're the one that I've been searching for.
In Raccoon City, in the big shot, looks like Mad Max.
Miss Ashcroft.
It's even down here. It's fucking Mad Max. Like, look, there's like cars and shit piled up in the corner. Like, even down here, it's like there's sand built up.
Yeah.
None of this is that wet. Nothing.
Wastelanded.
Everything is wastelanded, right? Which makes it more interesting when you go from a shot like that to this, and it cuts immediately. You'll see what I mean. Is this next scene Resident Evil Outbreak, what the mother went through? Right? Because I'm looking at this. This is inside Raccoon City. This is our...
Yeah, that's 100% inside, yeah.
Raccoon City Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
This is the past. Or this could be the hospital, maybe, but like, it would not look like this.
I feel like we're like, if we turn that corner there, that would be the big like eagle statue.
This is interesting. This feels like the hotel. This is the hotel like you're playing through an RE7 game. Stuck around the mansion, finding puzzles, exploring, right?
Yeah.
That monster looks creepy as fuck, though. Who are you? I still think this is Ethan. Hooded figure.
That is hooded figure, yeah.
Right? Do we get any better look at their face? What if it's just like the cliche zombie face?
Yeah, it's the same model from the zombie turning around at the beginning of the game.
Blood coming from their eyes. I want to say it's Ethan, but part of me is like, what if it's Leon?
That's a massive way back. If we feel pretty confident that FBI stuff is all modern day, and we go back to a fully restored Raccoon City Police Department, that's back to like 1995, 1998.
Yeah. It is a massive jump. It is a massive leap. What does Requiem mean?
I always thought Requiem meant to like a past something kind of thing. I don't know for sure though.
Google. I'm gonna Google real quick, and then I kind of want to check out Splitgate.
A musical composition setting parts of a Requiem mass or similar character. An act or token. So it does kind of have something to do with time. It's like, an act, a remembrance. Like a wrap up, I believe, is a better way of putting it. Like a requiem was held for the dead queen.
Yeah, especially in the Roman Catholic Church, a mass for those for the repose of the souls of the dead. A state of rest, sleep, or tranquility. So it is literally laying down to rest. It is putting to sleep.
Oh, so like putting her trauma to sleep.
A service or composition in honor of the dead, which kind of fits in to the whole anniversary.
Which it would make sense to do something that deals a lot with like going back in time stuff, because then they could wrap up a lot of questions, a lot of like untold stuff.
Yeah, they're touching on all the things. So I wouldn't even be surprised if we get, hear me out, who all died in Raccoon City. Main characters in main RE games. Is this game going to be like, we're going to get a little bit of Barry? I don't know if Barry made it out. Are we going to get a little bit of a Rebecca, right? What happened to Rebecca?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are we going to get a little tidbits of like main peeps who never got out? Yeah, it contains prayers appropriate to a funeral. Interesting. Requiem. Why is Requiem for a Dream called that? Requiem for a Dream is a metaphorical one, signifying a memorial service or a ceremony for dreams that have been shattered or lost. Yeah, like literally, like what if we're entering the quote-unquote past through dreams?
Oh yeah, she could have like nightmares, and we just play the nightmares even.
Right. Or like what if her dreams are she's stuck in the hotel?
Yeah.
Like through the day you're exploring Raccoon City and shit, and then at night you're stuck in the fucking hotel in the past.
Well, there's
this monster is attacking you.
There's still a massive jump there, because there's two things that we know. I feel pretty confident that was fucking Raccoon PD, like police department headquarters, totally restored. That's
Right.
2 decades in the past, and we know for a fact that her mother was killed 8 years ago in the hotel. So the hotel stuff would take place 8 years ago.
Yeah, that looks like, yeah. Look at how shiny those
100%.
fucking doors and floors are. Like,
Yeah.
there's no fucking way. The
That's
roof is
even before the
completely
zombie
intact.
breakout.
Roof's completely intact. Yeah, well, it may be during, because look at all the medical curtains that are up.
Mm.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
and wouldn't this make a nurse? At least outfit-wise?
Yeah, maybe.
Is this player character? Because look where the camera is situated. It's moving along with the character. And like, if this is first person point of view, why would our head be located at door handle height? Unless we're a kid.
Uh.
So take our main player character.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say she's working for the FBI. 8 years ago, I don't know. How old is our main player character? Because if this is player height, you know, and we're just following along, would 8 years ago
This is about the
put her at kid age? I don't think so. I don't know.
I mean, career-wise for the FBI and everything else, she's got to be in like her early 30s, right? Like,
That's what I think.
report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold.
God, that flat ass keyboard. Yeah, this is some modern shit.
yeah.
Where is this located? This is like in the forest of Raccoon City, maybe? We don't even know.
That already looks blown up. Look at those trees. Look, they're all fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. Deceased individual was discovered by an abandoned government office. I'm trying to read text in the glasses.
That looks like handwritten cursive too, my dude. Good luck.
Yeah, it looks garbled. I mean, I could. It's straight up scribbles. It's just scribbles.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, at least they announced one of the two things I wanted.
Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
Next year though is crazy for this to come out. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to know if it's a first-person game or a third-person game, or maybe it's a mix. If this is, and we're correct in it being a timey-wimey bullshit game, maybe what I assume is going into the past hotel portions is like RE7 first-person, you have to survive. And then when you go into the investigative RE, Raccoon City, that is the third-person exploration.
Right.
That way it's, you know, you're covering every bases, two birds with one stone type shit.
That would be a cool way if you wanted to more so mask at what point in time you're investigating. That would be a cool way to decide it. Anytime it's third person, it's in the past. Anytime it's first person, it's modern day.
You've seen the same shit I've seen.
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
I'm hearing other main character, like not random NPC voices, but like I'm pretty sure I heard Ada. I'm pretty sure I just heard Chris. And that voice of everyone's gone, is that Sherry? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just filling in spots because I don't fucking know. So here is absolutely, for sure, first-person mode, right?
Yeah.
This is absolutely, because you got shaky face cam. Absolutely first-person mode.
Yeah.
And then you cut to here, and is this first-person mode again, or are we nurse player character?
What's also interesting about this shot is how far back it is, which almost is reminiscent of the security camera tank control type stuff.
Right. Right. Also, just this one screenshot of like the art. Do you know what's weird about this? Hear me out. The last thing I'll say, and I'm moving on to a different thing. I think this creature monster thing is the most unique thing that we've seen. Oh, it's so gruesome. And it might even be the most telling of what the fuck is even going on in this game. Have you played Resident Evil 1?
Oh, of course.
Do you know who Lisa is?
Is Lisa? Nope, I'm getting confused with 2.
So in Resident Evil 1, the mansion was built by this dude. They like kept him there, made him design it, made him build it. They were like forcing them to live there or whatever, right? And then while this was going on, I guess I'm gonna get the story completely wrong. It's been a while since I played 1. They took their daughter and did studies and shit on her and kept her in the basement against the parents' like knowledge. They didn't know, I guess.
Yeah.
And then after they had the motherfuckers build everything, instead of letting them go and live their lives, they fed them to the daughter. Like, it was a super fucked up added story in like the RE1 remake. It's really gruesome, really fucked up, and really cool.
Who was the mother in 2? The mother doctor in 2.
Is Fable 1 and 2 in Summer Games Fest? No, sorry. Do what?
Fable is gonna be Sunday for sure at the Xbox.
Absolutely.
100%.
It's gonna be dope. Who's the mother in 1 and 2?
No, who's the mother? Yeah, who's the mother doctor in 2?
The little girl with the blonde hair, Sherry Birkin.
Yeah.
Her father was the one with the big mutated arm that follows you around and you fight multiple times throughout the game.
Right.
She dies there. She does in there though. I don't know her first name, but her last name is Birkin. But so this is what I'm trying to say. Is this another look at Lisa?
Oh.
So Lisa was Lisa was kept underneath the Raccoon Mansion, the Raccoon City Mansion, out in the woods just outside of Raccoon City, right?
Yeah.
And if you look, the whole thing about Lisa is that she would wear her mother's skin as her face. Right? And if I'm looking at this, I don't see no eyeballs. I do see multiple nostrils.
God, that would be a hell of a callback.
But you fight Lisa in RE1 Remake.
Mm-hmm.
And you win. So you get the fuck out of the basement. But you don't know if she's dead. She like falls. So if we're going back to Raccoon City, Lisa falls down into the caverns or whatever. And it's years and years and years later. This motherfucker didn't feel the effects of a nuke. They're underground. And have been living for generations.
Yeah, that's the other thing about Raccoon City is there's a lot of places to hide from a nuke underground, not even just talking about any of the monsters. People in general.
Also, I'm pretty sure we've seen this police officer before.
Yeah.
In Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. Does look very
Where at though?
familiar.
Who were
I
they?
believe, wasn't he one of the officers that like got dragged under the door or something like that we couldn't save?
No, I think maybe I just feel like we've already seen them, like specifically this exact same face already be turned into a zombie, and yet we're seeing it again being turned into a zombie in a different way.
I mean, that's that, and the other shot of the good-looking, Raccoon Police Department makes me wonder if we will see the events of 2 through somebody else's perspective.
Right. So, okay. Final guess, when do you think this game takes place?
I think you're spot on that it takes place across several different times. I feel like we've nailed down that it's more modern just by looking at everything that's in the office.
Right.
And
do you think the FBI or a police department in 2020 or in 2015 or in 2010 or in 2005 would wear a wet cap like that?
Oh, the other thing is this totally takes place in the 90s as well.
Yeah, look at the jacket, look at the hat.
Yeah.
Like that's 90s coded as fuck.
Yeah. I still do think because what he's wearing, that is a plastic cap over to protect from rain, 100%. Right. I still think they would do that.